Welcome back everyone to the channel. Today we're diving deep into the latest on Rampage Jackson and the serious controversy surrounding his son Raja's recent attack on pro wrestler Syko Stu. This story has been unfolding fast and we have all the updates for you.
That's right. It's been a whirlwind of news, emotions, and reactions. We'll break down Rampage's apology, the incident details, the impact on those involved, and what's happening next, plus a quick chat between us to get some perspective.
So, from what we've gathered, this was originally meant to be a choreographed wrestling stunt. You know how these events usually go. Moves are planned, everyone knows their part, and it's all about putting on a good show while keeping things safe.
That's right. But in this case, Rampage Jackson didn't stick to the script at all. Instead of a controlled performance, he launched a full-on assault. He executed multiple powerbombs, which are already very impactful moves, but then he went way beyond what's acceptable, hitting Syko Stu over 20 times, repeatedly striking him while he was basically defenseless.
And that's what shocked everyone. The level of violence was way beyond typical wrestling fare. Syko Stu was left unconscious and seriously injured on the scene, turning what should have been entertainment into a very unfortunate and dangerous incident. It's unlike anything wrestling fans expect or want to see.
Absolutely. It raises concerns not just about safety in wrestling events, but also about Raja's mindset and what might have fueled such an intense reaction. This wasn't just a mistake. It was an extreme and damaging episode. The incident took place during a KnokX Pro Wrestling event in Sun Valley, California. Rampage Jackson unexpectedly jumped into the ring during a match, took Syko Stu down with a brutal powerbomb, and proceeded to strike him repeatedly while he was incapacitated. This wasn't part of the planned wrestling choreography, which made the violence shocking to everyone watching live.
The attack was so severe that Syko Stu sustained serious injuries, including broken facial bones and lost teeth, and was hospitalized. The situation escalated quickly, sparking outrage across social media and within the wrestling community. When the incident first came to light, many people criticized Rampage Jackson for his initial reaction, which some felt was vague and didn't clearly address the severity of what his son had done. There was a lot of confusion and backlash because fans and the public wanted him to take a definitive stand. However, Rampage later made a more direct and heartfelt statement during a live stream on the platform KnokX.
In that live stream, he made it very clear, "I do not condone my son's actions at all." He emphasized that despite being a supportive father who loves his son, he cannot and will not excuse the violent behavior displayed. Rampage also expressed how deeply sorry and terrible he feels about the entire situation. His apology was sincere and clearly came from a place of regret and responsibility, showing that as much as he supports his son personally, he strongly denounces the attack and what it has caused.
If anything, Rampage's public apology helped separate his role as a father from his moral stance on violence, making it clear that he does not tolerate what happened regardless of family ties. This nuanced position has been central to how the public is perceiving him in the wake of the incident.
Rampage explained that Raja had suffered a concussion from sparring a few days earlier and shouldn't have been involved physically at the event. He also expressed a wish that he had been there to prevent the situation, but acknowledged that he wasn't. The wrestling organization behind the event, KnokX Pro Wrestling Academy, was quick to condemn the attack, releasing a strong statement calling Rampage Jackson's actions reprehensible and emphasizing that this level of violence was never supposed to happen in their ring. They explained that what should have been a choreographed, planned wrestling spot shocked everyone by devolving into a selfish, reckless act of violence against wrestler Syko Stu, also known as Stuart Smith. The organization expressed deep regret and apologized sincerely to their fans and patrons, highlighting that in their 17 years of operation, nothing like this has ever occurred before.
Fans and the wider wrestling community were left in shock and concern over Syko Stu's condition following the assault. His injuries were severe, including broken facial bones and lost teeth, and he had to be rushed to the hospital for critical care. In support of his recovery, a GoFundMe campaign was set up to help cover his medical expenses, quickly raising over $130,000 from an outpouring of generosity by wrestling fans and supporters who wanted to aid in his healing. The incident has sparked widespread conversation about safety and conduct in wrestling shows, the responsibility of fighters involved, and the impact of off-script violence on all parties. It also led to the suspension of Rampage Jackson's live streaming account on KnokX, where the attack was streamed, due to violations of the platform's guidelines against excessive violence.
Overall, the aftermath of the attack has been a mixture of outrage, concern, and support, especially focused on Syko Stu's recovery and the integrity of the wrestling community as they reckon with this unprecedented event.
Meanwhile, Rampage Jackson has unfortunately faced racist threats and much criticism online, despite his clear condemnation of his son's actions. He shared his frustration about the death threats aimed at him and his family, underscoring the personal toll this has taken. The Los Angeles Police Department quickly launched a formal investigation into the assault at the KnokX Pro Wrestling event. While the police have confirmed that they responded to the scene and took a detailed report, no arrests have been made yet, as the investigation is still ongoing. Detectives are reviewing video footage and witness statements to determine if charges will be filed against Rampage Jackson.
Meanwhile, Syko Stu, the wrestler who was violently attacked, is reportedly awake, conscious, and in stable condition, but he faces a long and difficult road to recovery. He suffered serious injuries, including broken facial bones and lost teeth, and is currently under critical care. Despite the severity of the attack, updates from Syko Stu's family indicate that he has some memory of the incident and is receiving the best possible medical attention. Since the incident, Rampage Jackson, the son of former UFC light heavyweight champion Quentin Rampage Jackson, has remained largely silent and has stayed off social media. It remains unclear what repercussions he may face, both from the wrestling industry and legal authorities. The wrestling community has condemned his actions and suspended him from live streaming platforms, but the final consequences, whether legal charges or wrestling bans, are still pending.
This uncertainty leaves the door open for further developments in the case as investigations continue, and fans are watching closely to see how accountability will be enforced. For now, the focus remains on Syko Stu's health and the broader lessons this incident raises for safety and conduct in professional wrestling events. So this story is still unfolding, but the gravity of the situation cannot be understated. Rampage Jackson's apology reveals a deeply conflicted father. He wants to support his son, of course, but at the same time, he clearly condemns the unacceptable violence that took place. It's a complex position where family loyalty and moral responsibility collide, and Rampage has tried to navigate that publicly with sincerity.
Yes, it's a very emotional and difficult scenario for everyone involved. Syko Stu, the victim, is on the path to recovery, but still faces a lengthy and challenging rehabilitation process. We all hope justice will be served and healing will come for all parties affected. This incident highlights the importance of responsibility in combat sports and wrestling, reminding us how quickly things can go wrong when boundaries are crossed. Thanks for sticking with us through this update. It's a serious and ongoing story, and we'll definitely keep watching closely to provide more developments as they happen.
Absolutely. If you found this deep dive helpful, please give the video a like, subscribe to the channel, and hit that notification bell so you don't miss any future updates. And remember, respect and understanding are crucial, especially in situations as tough and nuanced as this one.
Take care of yourselves, everyone, and we'll see you next time on Sideline News.